Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all parents and students who are watching with us. Welcome to our virtual launching of Nutrition Month 2020 with the theme, Batang Pinoy, Sana Tall. Iwas stunting, Sama all, Iwas all din sa COVID-19. To formally start our virtual program, let us all stand for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Let us remain standing to honor and give glory to our beloved Lord Jesus Christ. Let us sing with pride as we march with our very own Talisay hymn.
Talisay, abante talisay, tumong sa kalipay. Kaagi o kasaysayan mo, handungon kanunay. Kayanin mo, suong alin nyo, sa talisay ng dakong darbo. O ganta ka sa imong baybayon, naluwas mga sukwaano. Ang Diyos nun mong katawan, isang kateri sa pananigdan. Ang pinangkat sa tanunay, sa bukmang tiunay. Inasan mo, inahang sa tanan, sa tanamit dilihitong na. Daghang tubig sa langit tigasa, timaan sa grasya. Ang Diyos nun mong katawan, isang kateri sa pananigdan. Ang pinagpag sa tanunay, sa bukmang tiunay. Talisay, abante kanunay, sa Diyos kagisaknay. Higugmang ka o mahalong, hangtod sa kamatayon. Talisay.
To welcome us to this afternoon's affair, let us all greet our ever insightful yet so humble principal, Mrs. Winnie Sakarian Barola.
Sa atong mga pinalangga nga mga teachers sa JACLUPAN Elementary School, mga ginikanan sa JACLUPAN Elementary School, mga estudyante sa JACLUPAN Elementary School, maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. Sa makausap pa, usani ka tinuig nga celebration ang ato ang Nutrition Month 2020. Diin ang atong tema karong tuiga mao ang Batang Pinoy, Sana Tall, Iwas Stunting, Sama All, Iwas All din sa COVID-19. Sa karong panahon na importante kaayo nga magmatnon ta sa atong lawas, mukaon ta sa sakto nga nutrisyon para himsog ta og dili gyud ta mataptan aning COVID-19. Ang COVID usa ka sakit nga dali kayo mukuyanak, dali kayo mutakod, mao nang kinahanglan pod nga atong iwasan, no, atong likayan. So naay mga pamaagi ani ang WHO, ang Department of Health, nga mao ang manghugas sa kamot pirmi, unya magwear ta sa atong mask kung natay makaistorya pirmi, o as much as possible we are going to stay at home. Kung magawas maganita, always observe physical distancing. O sa atong nutrition pod, sa atong kaugalingon, kinahanglan pod nga ang atong mga pagkaon dili kadto mga junk foods kundi dili kadto mga healthy para gyud ta tanan mo grow healthy, strong, of course taas pod, no, dili ta mo putot, dili ta mo stand ang atong growth. So I hope nga for this year bisag wa ta nagkita-kita personally, but we are going to embrace the new normal. We're going to think again that with all of us that will work together, we can grow taller and reach higher for our dreams. Thank you so much.
To share to us the factors of stunted growth, let us welcome Nurse Monique Paleo.
Happy Nutrition Month celebration to all of us, especially to JACLUPAN Elementary School, headed by our school principal, Ma'am Vinisa Verola, and of course to all JACLUPAN Elementary School teachers. So Nutrition Month 2020 theme is Batang Pinoy, Sana Tol, Iwas Stunting, Sama All. Iwas din sa COVID-19. So I am tasked to enumerate what are the factors that contributed to stunting. So child stunting is one of the most significant impediments to human development. So globally, affecting approximately 162 million children under the age of 5 years old. Stunting is being too short for one's age. It also defined by WHO as a height that is more than 2 standard deviation below the WHO's child growth standard median. Stunting has a long-term effects on individual and society, including diminished cognitive and physical development, reduced reproductive capacity and poor health, and increased risk of degenerative disease such as diabetes. Stunting is a well-established risk marker of poor child development. So starting before the age of 2 years predicts poor cognitive and individual outcomes in later childhood and adolescence, and has a significant educational and economic consequences at the individual, household, and community level. Thus, the health or proper nutrition of a mother and developing fetus, which is 270 days inside the womb, and a child during the postnatal period, which is 730 days, or the first 1,000 days of a child, needs to be ensured to achieve a child's full growth potential. Growth spurt happens only twice in lifespan. The first happens during the first 2 years and the second during adolescence. During the first 2 years, a decline in anthropometric measurement is observed. It is necessary to immediately render intervention and to induce catch-up growth. Beyond 2 years of age, catch-up growth is difficult and drastic increase in growth is not expected. It is still important that children be given proper nutrition and care until the adolescence for the second growth spurt. What are the factors that contribute to stunted growth and development? So first, we have the improper diet and malnutrition during pregnancy. If there is improper nutrition or malnutrition during pregnancy, tendency babies will be born with low birth weight or small for gestational age. Conditions such as low birth weight or small for gestational age predispose the cells of an infant to become smaller than normal or inadequate in number. Being overweight is also a risk factor because it can lead to diabetes, which may complicate fetal development and birth. That is why prenatal is important as postnatal monitoring in securing the optimal development and growth of a child. Second, inadequate infant and child feeding practices. So giving of complementary foods which is not appropriate and healthy for his or her age contributed to stunted growth of the child. And third is infection. If the mother had infection during pregnancy, it will affect the development of the child inside the womb, which in turn contribute to stunting of the child. The last one is low family income, poor living condition. So these factors affects child stunting because of low income. The family cannot secure enough food, more so healthy food, which is important in child growth. Again, thank you so much, JACLUPAN Elementary School, for inviting us for your virtual Nutrition Month celebration. Wishing you to stay healthy and safe always. God bless everyone.
To talk about healthy lifestyle, substance use and prevention and no smoking, let us welcome Nurse Anthony Bornal.
Hi, kini si Nurse Anton, akong awhagon ang atong mga DepEd personnel, ang atong mga magtutudlo, ilabi na ang atong mga ginikanan o ang atong mga estudyante sa pagmintinar sa kahimsog sa panglawas, pinaagi sa pag-obserbar sa healthy lifestyle. Una sa tanan, sa atong diet, dapat balanse kini, dapat na ang 3 basic food groups, ang Go, Grow o Glow. So sa Go, pwede ni nato makuha ang energy source nato, na ang mga pan, mga kanon, mga mais, no? O guban pa mga lagotmon sama sa kamote o guban pa. O sa Grow pod, ang ato ang bodybuilding foods ni siya, pwede ta ang atong protein source like karni, mga gatas, itlog ug guban pa. Og anaa pod ang Glow, mao ni siya ang vitamins and minerals nato nga source. So ang atong mga nagkadaiyang gulay o mga prutas. Og ikaduha, dapat mukaon kita in variety, dapat klase-klase ang atong kanon kay daghan pang mga matang sa pagkaon nga didto ta makakuha og mga klase-klaseng vitamins and minerals. Dili kay kanang paborito nimo ang chicken, sige na lang kag chicken entero simana or karni. Nya ikatulo, dapat mukaon ta in moderation, matud pa ni Catriona Gray nga everything is good but in moderation. Dapat ato ang bantayan nga dili ta maghinubra sa kaparat, katamis o kaning tambok tan-awon ginato na sa atong diet. Kay later on sa atong life, simba ko lang malikay taan ng mga non-communicable diseases sama sa coronary heart diseases, taas atong cholesterol, hypertension, kaning high blood o diabetes. Then ahagon ta kamo gawas sa nutrisyon, ahagon ta kamo nga mag-exercise, mild to moderate physical exercise, maglakaw-lakaw bata karon hangtod panington, mga 5 to 15 minutos pwede na kana siya, no? Ang uban maabot pag 30 minutes to 1 hour, depende na sa imuhang lawas, sa imuhang kaabtik, no? Imong edad, magdepende na siya. So pwede ta mudagan, kung pwede pa madapa sa lawas, ayaw lang po nang sobra na pod nga ma-injured ta. So ang akong ahagon pod nga ang hydration nato, inom ta daghan tubig aron dili ta ma-dehydrate, no? Makatabang yun na ang water therapy sa ato ang lawas. And also ahagon nako ako mga ginikanan nga atong ilikay ang atong mga kabataan, dili nato sila expose sa mga substances nga maka-addict sama sa pag-inom og ilim ng makahubog, pagsigarilyo or paggamit sa mga illegal nga drogas. Hinaot nga ato nang masabtan nga wala gyud kini maayong ikahatag sa ato ang lawas, labi na sa atong pamilya. Ang second hand smoke makadaot na labi na sa mga kababayen-an. kanang asugikan sa nagsigarilyo din malanghap na nato. Bisang wala ta nagsigarilyo, pwede ta magka-cancer or pwede ta mo atake ang atong asma, labi na sa mga kabataan. So ato nang awhagon pud usab ta kamo sa pagsuporta sa nagkadayang programa sa panglawas sa atong eskwelahan. Daghang salamat.
To share to us the importance of supplementary feeding, let us hear from Nurse Maharani Kalumpag.
Good morning to each and everyone. I'm going to discuss about what is supplementary feeding. What is the importance of supplementary feeding? What is supplementary feeding? It is a program in which food is provided to selected individuals belonging to a specific target group to prevent or treat malnutrition. Supplementary feeding is considered as a short-term and palliative form of intervention. According to the guidelines on dietary supplementation by the National Nutrition Council, supplementary feeding program is now called dietary supplementation, consistent with the term used in the Lancet series on maternal and child nutrition. The primary objective of dietary supplementation is to improve the nutritional status of target undernourished individuals. This is through the provision of 1/3 of the recommended energy intake. Another objective is that it is also aims at improving the knowledge, attitudes, and practices of mothers and child caregiver, as well as that of other family members, along with her key nutritional practices and growth monitoring. Through providing nutrition education classes for mothers and caregivers of basic nutrition and food preparation. This helps in the continuous promotion of healthy eating within the family and to target larger population aside from the beneficiaries. Not only aim to increase the energy intake, but also increases consumption of micronutrients like iron, iodine, and vitamin A. Examples of food preparation are single food items like milk, oatmeal, and juices. To full lunch meals, however, the determination of food to be provided depend on the objectives of the program as well as the resources for the feeding activity. The supplementary feeding programs requires a minimum of 90 days. Given in that period, beneficiaries significantly improve in nutritional status. Otherwise, the program should be continued until 120 days. If the nutritional status of the target population fails to improve after 120 days, medical intervention should be done to handle the potential presence of chronic illness. As undernutrition is one of the pressing societal concerns in the Philippines, which counters the productivity of health and development of the country, it is a must for us to know the importance of the supplementary feeding program to be undertaken, such that these programs, which is also although supplementary feeding, requires high cost and attention. It is still an effective way in elevating undernutrition and correcting or forming behavioral and cognitive development. That's all for my topic. Thank you.
Also with us this afternoon is Dr. Vivelu Conquera. She will talk about oral health. To give us an update of our school feeding program, let us welcome Ms. Beverly B. Bastida.
Good day, one and all. The National Nutrition Council, the policy-making and coordinating agency on nutrition, calls on everyone to participate the 46 Nutrition Month campaign. For this year, the focus on catalyzing action to address children's stunting, the theme Batang Pinoy Sana Tol, Iwas Stunting, Sama All, expresses the aspiration of Filipino families to have children who are able to achieve their fullest potential. And this can be achieved when we all work together. The sub-theme Iwas All, Dance COVID-19. It is added considering the pandemic and community quarantine still in effect. It becomes more imperative to ensure nutrition among Filipinos to improve resilience against diseases and minimize the long-term effect of malnutrition. So, for the school year data, out of almost 1,600 pupils, there were 49 severely wasted and 138 wasted pupils. The school had a total of 187 beneficiaries. After all the data had been collected, the feeding program started right away last July 8, 2019 and ended up to December 12, 2019. Recipients then had their full stomach every day because they were provided free lunch, and during the concurrence of double feeding, they had free lunch and snacks. Vegetables harvested from our own backyard were also included as ingredients of different recipes. The conduct of Endline was done last January 13, 2020, and it was a good news for everyone, for the number of beneficiaries got less. Only 31 severely wasted, 47 wasted, 24 severely stunted, and 89 stunted. Thank you and stay safe.
To tell us more about Iwas COVID-19 and nutrition in the time of COVID, let us hear from our very own School Risk Reduction Coordinator, Mr. Joey C. Bastida.
Good day, everyone. For the past few months, we have built a big problem we ever have. This COVID-19 caused a massive dilemma worldwide. This is here already. We know what it is, so we should strongly help ourselves. How can we prevent it? World Health Organization's recommendations for the general public to its reduced exposure to and transmission of diseases are as follows. Frequently clean hands by using alcohol-based hand rub or soap and water. When coughing and sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with flexed elbow or tissue. Dispose tissue immediately and wash hands. Avoid close contact with anyone who has fever and cough. If you have fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing, seek medical care and share previous travel history with your health care provider. Avoid crowded places and avoid direct unprotected contact with live animals and surfaces in contact with animals. The consumption of raw or undercooked animal products should be avoided. Raw meat, milk, or animal organs should be handled with care to avoid cross-contamination with uncooked food as per good food safety practices. So these are some personal protective measures. Maintain good personal hygiene. Bath daily with soap and clean water. Change clothes frequently, especially when exposed to outdoor and crowded environments. Correct hand hygiene. Frequently hand washing with soap and water. Use of hand sanitizer in the absence of running water. Change and wash hand towels regularly or use proper paper towels to prevent cross-contamination. Maintain a healthy diet. Eat a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables, high in nutrients. Stay dehydrated by drinking enough fluids. Get adequate rest. Get adequate sleep and rest from exhausting activities. Stay away from person or animals exhibiting respiratory symptoms. Allow sick person to wear a face mask or wear face mask when must go near a sick person. Avoid crowded places and tourist hotspots. As much as possible, stay away from places with a person who may have recently visited countries or locals that have confirmed 2019 nCoV cases. Avoid food and articles from countries, areas with confirmed 2019 nCoV cases. Food, used clothing, and other articles that come from countries or locals that have been confirmed with 2019 nCoV cases. How does the COVID-19 pandemic affect stunting reduction efforts? The COVID-19 pandemic will likely impact nutrition through several ways. Varying levels of community quarantine will disrupt livelihood and employment of people and limit their access to safe and nutritious foods. Already, there has been a record increase in reported hunger incidents at 16.7% in May 2020, which is double that the 8.8% reported in December 2019. The health system is focused on responding to the health emergency and will affect delivery of nutrition and related services. Food systems are likely to be disrupted, reducing access of people to food. While there are social protection programs, the delivery may be slowed or hampered. Thus, it is important that during the emergency, nutrition must be protected and ensured. With increasing food insecurity and reduced access to services, the existing malnutrition problem may worsen. The following are key recommendations to support nutrition in the time of COVID-19. Number 1, good nutrition is key to build community, protect against illness and infection, and support recovery. Include in COVID-19 prevention efforts to preserve and promote proper nutrition, including breastfeeding and appropriate complementary feeding practices among children 0 to 23 months to build resilience of individuals and communities. Second, ensure food and nutrition security to prevent a food and malnutrition crisis. Prolonged hunger can lead to malnutrition, which will have long-term effects, especially among pregnant women and children 0 to 23 months. Third, ensure that nutrition and related interventions, especially in the first 1,000 days, are continued and delivered in a safe and sustained manner. The Nutrition Cluster under the Health Emergency Response Cluster through the National Nutrition Council issued advisories to protect and promote nutrition as guide for responders, especially LGUs. The Department of Health has issuances to ensure the continuity of the health and nutrition services while maintaining health standards to prevent the spread of the COVID-19.
That ends our virtual Nutrition Month program. Always remember that staying healthy is our great armor in this pandemic. Thank you for watching. God bless everyone.